What's going on, guys? My name is Hydro, and today I'm bringing you something a little bit different that I actually stumbled upon. It is this guy right here. It is an electronic cigarette made by a company called ECG, Electronic Cigarette Generation. I've been having some trouble with the autofocus on my camera, so I don't know if you guys are really picking this up good. But anyway, I was at a friend's house, and he has this smoke shop that's sort of like a vape shop as well, that's pretty close to his house, and he's been going there off and on, just kind of picking some stuff up here and there because he's just recently gotten into vaping. And you know, I got him on the Halo, so he's loving that, so he's mostly using that. But I was over at his house and I was like, let's go check it out. And so I found this at the guy's shop, and so I was talking to the guy about it, and it's a product I've never heard of, and something that he had all kinds of stuff from this company. Things like this, batteries more like the Ego batteries with, you know, tanks on them and things like that. And all it comes with is this little carrying case with their logo on it. When you open it up, it comes with a USB adapter to charge it, and it comes with just this little thing of instructions. When I got it, I wasn't exactly sure how it was going to perform, but it was $24.99, so $25. And I was like, I'll give it a shot. Why not? Basically, this is in two parts. You have your battery, and then you have what is essentially a tank system. And then you've got your mouthpiece that comes off. You fill it up with your e-juice, and you've got the atomizer in there, and it's got two wicks that come down the sides, similar to a Vivinova style tank. So I didn't really have high hopes for this, but I thought for $25 I'll give it a shot. And what I found is that this vapes better than anything that I have at this point. And that is including my Egos, my Pro tank, my vape only tank, just everything that I have. This thing vapes way better than all of them, which is crazy to me, because I spent good money on all of that stuff, and I could have bought 3 of these for what I paid for one of the batteries and 2 tanks, essentially. So let's take a couple hits off it, and we'll kind of see how it vapes, and you'll see the vapor production. You'll see what I'm talking about. Yeah, I mean, check that out. Right out of the gate, this thing vapes better just than anything that I have. Now, I should say that this is a VG blend that's in here, and that's all the guy sells. And I asked him about it, and I asked if he had any VG e-liquid, because I've been really curious to try that and see if it really vapes better than the EG base liquids, and that's all he carried. So it was kind of awesome. This is actually a Red Bull flavor right here. So you know, kind of running out of juice a little bit, so I should probably fill it up. But as soon as this is done, I want to vape it with some regular juice just to see if I'm still getting that kind of vapor production. So that might be making it a little bit better than it normally would be. All that I've heard about VG juice is that you get better vapor and better flavor generally off it. I'd say the flavor on this is really good. It's not amazing, but it's kind of diminished over time. But I think that could be because I need to clean the wicks. I filled this up about 3 times, so always with the same juice. So it could be just that it's time to clean it, which kind of brings up one of the problems, is that how do you clean this thing? This is all one piece. This bottom portion doesn't come out. All that comes off is this piece right here, and that's it. Everything else is just like, you know, it's just plastic with the atomizer and the wicks and everything in it. So, you know, I was asking the guy if he carried more of these tanks that I could just buy replacements or just buy more to have different juices in. And he said he didn't carry them yet, but that he talked to the guy, one of the reps from the company, and he's going to be getting some in real soon. So I don't really know how I'm going to clean this other than to put some water in it, let it dry out for like a day just to make sure that all the water is evaporated. It might work like a charm, we'll see. Another thing too is that, I don't know if you could pick it up on here, but it's crooked. You know, like when they molded the plastic kind of went this way. So, you know, it still performs really well. It's just sort of a, you know, it's just sort of a weird thing that you notice right away when you're using it. Now, it is definitely bigger than your typical e-cig. Let's see. I finally got my blue case, by the way. This thing is, oops, as I drop step, this thing is really awesome. And actually the Blues, just quick update, is actually vaping way better. So I think I just got some bad cartomizers. But now it's working really good. So this is a typical e-cig size versus this. So the tank makes it quite a bit bigger. And then let's try out the Blue while I'm talking about it. So it's actually not fair. I've been using it all day, so so the battery's getting kind of low. So I need to actually screw it into this charger here and actually charge it. And the cartridge is almost out. But anyway, much better experience now. So this is quite a bit bigger. It's not something you can just put in your mouth and just kind of let it hang there. You really have to kind of hold on to it a little bit. But I mean, it's got a sleek style. You know, it doesn't look like it would have an LED on it. It looks like this is just a metal piece, but it does, as you saw. The cutoff seems like it's about 6 seconds, which I could be wrong about. It could just be 5, but it seems like a long 5. So I feel like I'm getting a good hit. Not much of a throat hit, but that could be because of the juice. I definitely know that I'm getting a hit, but it's not like this good throat hit that I get with, like, say, the Blue or the Halo or, you know, any of the other tanks that I have or anything like that. So it could just be that the juice is just a much smoother vape all around. It's you know, really when I vape it and I just kind of blow it out, it's very airy, it's very light, you know, a lot of moisture, but yeah, you don't really get a lot of a throat hit. But like I said, that could be the juice also. It could just be a smoother experience in general, which I'm totally okay with. Unfortunately, where I got it, the guy only had 20 mil juice, so it's not something I can use all day because I really need a higher nicotine level. Here's the other thing about this. As soon as I got home, I got online to see if I could find the website for the company that makes this, so I can maybe just buy stuff straight from them. Because I don't really live that close to this dude's shop, and he's the only person I've seen with these. And I found the website, but they don't have these on it, which I thought was really strange. There's nothing on the battery or on the actual system saying what it's called, but on the card that it comes with, which I'll get out right here, it refers to this as the Element e-cig. So I put Element e-cig into Google, and more specifically electronic cigarette generation Element e-cig into Google, and all that was coming up was the Halo Element. Apparently, maybe 2 years ago, 3 years ago, Halo had an e-cig called the Element that was very similar to this. And on their website, I couldn't find anything about that. So it looks like maybe the G6 came out, was more popular, and they got rid of it. Which is a real shame, because if it worked anything like this, it was an amazing product. I'll never know. I would love to use it, but I don't see anywhere where you can even get them anymore. So that's a shame. So this to me kind of feels like a little bit more like the Joytech, the E-Roll, except a lot bigger, or maybe even the Joytech, was it the 510T, that was the tank system? Kind of feels a little bit more like that, although the tank that's on here is definitely more sophisticated or something. It's a lot better. I definitely feel like I'm getting more vapor from this than I did off the E-Roll, which I actually do like a lot now. And it's strange that this is a company that I've never heard of, that probably not a lot of people have heard of. I guess they're new and their products are really inexpensive, yet this thing vapes amazingly. I mean, this could be the thing that I use exclusively more than anything else. I was using it all day, and I only charged it one time. So I can't speak to exactly how long the battery's going to last, but I had to fill the tank before I had to charge the battery, and I was still getting fantastic hits off it. The card that it comes with says that the battery on a full charge will last about 300 puffs. So I'm just going to have to take their word for it. Again, not being able to find anything online about it, I couldn't really find any specs. So I have no idea what voltage this is pumping out. I don't know how many ohms this atomizer is, for instance. None of those things. I couldn't find any information about any of it, unfortunately. So I don't even know where the average person would go buy something like this. Like I said, I happened to stumble upon it in a tobacco shop where they're now selling e-cig and like e-juice products. So I would say if you're out there and you happen along such a starter kit like this from ECG, definitely pick it up, especially if they're selling it for 25 bucks or even less. I thought after I started using this that it's a fantastic deal, and I'm definitely going to go back and buy another set here real soon, and probably some more e-juice, because the guy actually had a fantastic range of flavors, and they're all VG based, and but unfortunately they only go up to 20 milligrams, sadly. But anyway, let's take another hit off it, and you can see the consistency in the vape. Yeah, really good airflow. If you get too close to the air holes, it'll get a little bit loud. But other than that, I mean, it's really consistent. So I've been really impressed with this, and it's funny just starting to come around to the Bloogs and really having a much better experience with that. All of a sudden, getting this and having an even better experience. So it's cool to be able to stumble upon stuff. But I liked it so much, I wanted to tell everybody about it. I really wish that this is the first thing I would have started with. I think it would have been a fantastic introduction into vaping. I don't mind that I started off with the Blue and the Halo and things like that, because I still think the Halo is a great product. Blue, I think I didn't care for their flavors, so I wouldn't recommend that to anybody. But something like this where it's a $25 starter kit, and like I can't speak to the longevity of this because I really don't know. I just got it a few days ago. But I mean, if this thing lasts for a while, and somebody bought this for 25 bucks, and like an $8 or $9 bottle of juice that's going to last them a few days, maybe longer, then that's a great introduction to vaping, I think, in my opinion. So I really wish I would have started out with this. I mean, I like the way it looks, apart from it being sort of crooked. It looks sleek. It definitely doesn't resemble a cigarette at all, so anybody looking to find something that resembles a cigarette, you're better off going with the Blue or the Volt or the V2 or a Halo, something like that that's going to be a little bit more familiar. But anybody who wants something a little bit different, they can fill with their own juice, they have more options and things like that, and just an all-around great vape. I would highly recommend this. So alright, so anyway, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully this was informative to you, and hopefully you guys can go out and find one of these yourself. If you do, let me know what you think about it. If you guys have any questions or anything, let me know, and I will answer them as best as I can. Like I said, there's really not that much info out there on these. But if you find more info about this, please leave a link in the comments so that other people can find it and I can check it out as well. Alright, thank you for watching, and have a great night.